we're back with Awkward Author Book Reviews. So today I want to go over Wicked by Gregory MacGuire. Most people have heard of it because you've heard of the musical Wicked. I believe the book came first, but don't quote me on it. It's usually how that goes. But it is one of those rare instances where I actually like the musical better than the book. Most times, like when it comes to like, a movie coming out after a book, I will always side with the book. But there are those rare instances where the movie is better or the musical is better. And for me, I greatly enjoyed the musical, whereas the book was a misery parade. I mean, it was a well-written misery parade. I had read another book of Gregory MacGuire's. I read Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. And I mean, it was interesting. It was a unique take on things. It's always fun. And that was honestly before the bubble had quite burst on reinventing fairy tales. Not that it hasn't been done for years and years and years, but to the volume that it's done now. That was one of the beginning ones where it really before the tide swept in. Where now we see retellings of every single story under creation in a million different ways. And so at the time, it was oh, that's cool. It's a unique take on it. But apart from that, I mean, it was kind of a depressing story. And I went to read Wicked thinking, I guess, that it was going to be like the musical. And I did, see the musical first. But the book, it's very, it's got some lofty themes. It has some really interesting stuff going on. Holy fuck, it's depressing. It is really depressing. You keep going and going and waiting for something to get better for Alphaba, waiting for some good turn to happen to this poor friggin' woman. And, no, spoiler, it's just sad. The entire time through. So, honestly, it was there's a sequel, I own it, because I bought both books together, because I was oh, I'm gonna love this. And I totally didn't. I've never touched the sequel. Maybe the sequel's the redeeming point. Maybe that's where things get hopeful and awesome. I'm not holding my breath on it, but maybe. Regardless, it's one of those reads where if that's something you enjoy and you like bitter reality thrust in your face, rock on. It's so not me. When I read, I want to escape. I want to get away from the bullshit you deal with on a regular day. So it would definitely be a pass for me, but again, different strokes. If that's something you like, then Gregory MacGuire, does do a very unique take on classics. So if you want to read that, go for it. Alright. Awkward Author Book Reviews with Wicked.